It's time for high school basketball, presented by SARTA, streaming live at Q92radiosports.com. Now let's take you courtside to our play-by-play team. This is high school basketball, presented by SARTA, streaming live at Q92radiosports.com.
Well, a new season of high school basketball underway here on the Q92radiosports.com stream. John Bozica along with you tonight and all season, at least most of the season. I'll be with you. There might be nights where we have multiple folks at different places, but tonight, just one game that we are bringing your way here on Q92radiosports.com, the Q92 Sports Facebook page, and the Q92 YouTube channel. Malvern playing host tonight to Strasburg. It's the Tigers from Strasburg at 4-1 against the Hornets at 3-1. Both teams undefeated within IVC play entering this game, and it promises to be a really interesting matchup early in the year. There's obviously a lot of history between these two, both being in the IVC for quite some time, and there's a lot of history in terms of great basketball at both of these programs as well. Strasburg, one of the winningest programs in Ohio high school basketball history. Boys program has won 1,536 games all time. And, well, you peruse down the other part of the floor to the sideline for Malvern, and they have one of the winningest basketball coaches in state history, Denny Tucci, 42nd season as a head coach at different locations. And he's won 620 games by my count. Put it all together, it's a lot of good basketball, a lot of great history over the years, and truly two programs that expect winning, two fan bases that expect winning, and nothing less. And tonight will be a good indication of that early in the year. Going to take our first of many breaks tonight on the unforgettable Q92radiosports.com and the Q92 Facebook page and YouTube channel, Q92 Sports Facebook page. And when we return, we'll hear from both head coaches ahead of tonight's game. You're listening to high school basketball on Q92radiosports.com.
Ready to make a real difference in people's lives while working for a nonprofit? Regional EMS is calling your name. They're on the lookout for passionate EMTs and paramedics to join their team. Imagine working with state-of-the-art equipment, all while enjoying a new pay scale, generous PTO, and fully paid insurance for full-time heroes like you. It's not just a job, it's a chance to be a lifeline in your community. So what are you waiting for? Grab your phone and dial 330-987-4373 to find out how to join the Regional EMS family.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
Pre-game on Q92radiosports.com ahead of tonight's game between Strasburg and Malvern, and we're joined by the head coach of Strasburg in Phil Shorey. And Coach, second year for you, 4-1 to start off the season. What have you liked so far through 5 games for this, from what seems like a younger group?
I liked our growth that we've seen from game to game. There's certain aspects in every one that you can point out and say we've gotten better from, the first day of practice till that game, and then they continue down that path. And we have setbacks here and there where, we have difficulties guarding the ball or something along those lines. But there's always something that our kids improve on, normally every day in practice, and then it shows in a game when they do it that way. So I think our growth from day one of practice in November till today has been really good this year.
There have been some quality wins in there too, but also the loss to Orville, I'm sure one that you guys would kind of like to forget about. But coming into a tough environment tonight, is this kind of a barometer game to see where the guys are at early in the year?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, when you go up against a Denny Tucci coach Malvern team, you know that you're going to be tested and that they're really good at what they do. They've been doing it the same way for a really long time. So yeah, I think it is a good test. It's an IVC battle, and it kind of shows our guys, this is where we're at as a program or as a team. So, you always try to use these ones as a gauge to where you're at.
Can you kind of use this as a gauge to where you're at too? I mean, you mentioned going against a guy with so many wins like that, and that's the gold standard that everyone wants to be at. How do you gauge yourself going against a Coach Tucci in this game?
I try not to compare myself to other coaches and their successes to see where I'm at. I'm young. This is my 4th year overall as a head coach. But when you go up against those guys and it's hard not to when a set works against them to kind of give yourself a little bit of a smile to it. But you learn so much as a young guy when you sit back and you watch great coaches do what they do. I've been when I was an assistant all through college and working with great coaches, especially like Matt Creamer at Canton Central Catholic, who has a ton of wins and a lot of district titles to show for it. You sit there and you don't say too much because they don't care about your opinion. When you're 20 years old. But you absorb everything that they bring in and you learn how they do it, and not just their X's and O's, but how they carry themselves, how they talk to people, how they run their program. And Denny's a gold standard in the IVC and in the state of Ohio. So, while I'm coaching against him, when I break down the film, I definitely watch, how he does things too. And he's a great guy. He'll talk to you and he'll tell you about whatever you want to learn about. So he's a great advocate to grow the game and to help younger coaches, elevate themselves.
Yeah, you talked about growth too. Last question here, but growth from year 1 of a Phil Shorey program to year 2, where have you seen that biggest growth? Where are those things showing up on the floor and off the floor?
So, in year 1, we get the late start. I got hired in, July, basically. So we didn't have a June. Most of our guys are at football. So, some of these guys, it was like you meet them for the very first time come the first day of practice. And when you're taking over a program like Strasburg that's, top 10 in the state of Ohio and wins, that pressure's on. You can feel it, that this is a basketball town and they expect you to win. And we didn't have too much varsity experience coming back from that year. They graduated a good amount going forward. And so we're trying to figure out who are our guys, how do they score best? You're trying to implement an offense, you're trying to implement a defense, and you're really just trying to survive and keep your head above water. And going into year 2, having that whole June and being able to kind of step back and say, we got to make changes to certain things. We changed the entire defensive side of the ball. Last year, we sat in gaps, and this year we're going to come get you. We focused on offense and knowing who are our top guys returning, where do they want to touch the ball at, and where do they score best from, and being able to put those systems in to allow those guys to grow. And that's just at the high school level. When you look at where's our middle school at, where is our youth at, and really being to dive in there. Me and Coach Niedenthal, my varsity assistant. I don't have kids. I've never coached a young kid, but he has. And to sit down with him all summer long and to say, all right, what are the things that we need taught at 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, and what do we need our middle school to look like?
Go back and relive all the action with Q92 Sports on SoundCloud. Whether it's high school or University of Mount Union football and basketball, we've got you covered from 2016 through today. Catch every thrilling game and heart-pounding moment anytime you want. Q92 Sports is your go-to for local sports action. Find us on SoundCloud at Q92 Radio, and don't forget to stream all of our games live on Friday night at Q92radiosports.com.
Pre-game on Q92 radiosports.com ahead of tonight's game between Malvern and Strasburg, and joined by the head coach of Malvern and Denny Tucci. And Coach, I have it in my notes right at the top, 42 years coaching in one way or another. Are you still learning 42 years into it, or do you feel like you know everything you can at this point?
No, you ask anybody out there, they know I'm still learning. It's something to do every day, because the kids change, the game's changed. And of course, all your opponents change every day, so every year. So yeah, it's always something different, and that's half the fun.
for you going against a younger guy like Phil? I saw you and him talking before I talked to him, and he said you're the gold standard, and I know a lot of people view it that way, but what's it like for you to see a young up-and-coming guy on the other half of the sideline, Coach?
Yeah, I miss the old timers. Most of those are gone now. Even our time with Adam, Adam Hall when he was here, and then even Tyrone Miller, who's moved on to Indian Valley, so I wanted to see him as often. I love those battles, but it's kind of refreshing to see all these new guys taking over and the way things are going. Just because it's different doesn't mean it's not as good. I mean, there's different ways to do everything. It's interesting to see Phil put his stamp on this program, and Ryan over at East Canton, what he's doing over there. It's kind of refreshing, and I enjoy getting to know those guys and helping where I can and compliment them where I can, because we need guys like that to stay in our profession. Strasburg kids need a guy like Coach Shorey, and East Canton guys need Coach Monagle. So it's refreshing for me to see the young guys get after it, and because they have, even though they're young guys, they have a little old school in them, and I think that's going to help carry them to successful careers.
Coach, 27-1 last year. So much to love about what happened last year. This year, you replace a lot of those pieces, but you return a lot of those pieces as well. What have you liked so far that this group has done, and how have they helped to build their own identity?
Yeah, it's our turn. It's this group's turn to keep the tradition going, and that looks totally different than last year. We're still trying to figure out our rotations because we only had 2 scrimmages. I like to use my scrimmages to see how the rotations are going to go, and we're still learning that. We don't have the dynamic team we had last year where we could go 13-0 and do that twice in a game, and the game's over. But this group's going to be a little bit different. We don't have the firepower, and we really haven't played well yet, but we're still winning games. I think that's a testimony to how hard our guys are playing, and they're really battling inside, which we haven't had much of an inside game, and we're trying to develop that a little bit because we do have some size. So we're just trying to find ourselves and go day by day and learn a little bit about each other as the season goes on.
Last thing for you, Coach. You mentioned that, but kind of the passing of the torch. Do you like seeing each senior group come in and hand that torch off to each other and realize that they have to carry it moving forward?
That's the best part about it. I always joke with the seniors. I say, everybody loves you guys. You know what I say when you leave? And they go, what? Good riddance. And they know I don't mean it, but it is refreshing to start that new group and see how it's all going to play out. We really like our sophomores. They're going to be the next group. Because we have 7 seniors and they all play. So, it's fascinating to me to watch that. The 7th graders, 8th graders, I love watching them and see what they're going to bring to the table to keep that program going. And I think we have a good thing going here because of that recent success. Everybody wants to keep it going. Nobody wants to be that group that lets the community and the school down. And so that goes a long way, I think.
Coach, appreciate your time. Best of luck tonight.
I appreciate it.
Water's Edge Salon, located at 203 North Reed Street in downtown Malvern, has been serving clients for 14 years. They offer a variety of services, including haircuts for women, men, and children, plus color, styling, manicures, pedicures, and acrylic nails. Walk-ins are always welcome, and they also offer holiday gift certificates as the perfect stocking stuffer. Visit them for professional, personalized care in a friendly, welcoming atmosphere.
National anthem here tonight inside Malvern High School. John Bozica along with you as the Malvern Hornets at 3-1 play host to the Strasburg Tigers at 4-1. Both teams undefeated within the IVC. And we'll introduce you now to the starting lineups for both teams. First, under second-year head coach Phil Shorey. Strasburg will start the following 5. A sophomore, number 1 is Ryan Becker. A junior, number 2 is Gage Bonifant. A senior, number 11 is Cody Tuning. A senior, number 21 is Parker Edwards. And a junior, number 32, the leading scorer on the team, Gage Moore. As for the Malvern Hornets, under the longtime head man, in Denny Tucci. 3-1. Only loss coming to Garraway so far this year. And they'll start the following 5. A senior at 6'2", number 3 is Eric Swain. A senior at 6 foot, number 10 is Drake Hutchison. Also a senior at 6'3", number 11 is Rodney Smith. A senior at 6'5", number 22 is Jared Withrow. And a senior at 6'6", number 24 is Braden Miller. Malvern kind of off to a unique start this year. If you talk to head coach Denny Tucci, said to me in the pregame that football playing 3 extra games definitely added a wrinkle to things this year that maybe they had not seen before, but nonetheless excited about the prospect of this season. And lots of these guys, Swain, Hutchison, Smith, Withrow, Debo, and others part of the regional final team last year. All whites tonight for Malvern, green numbering and lettering. All blacks for Strasburg, orange numbering and lettering. Withrow and Moore in center circle tip it up, and Withrow wins the tip for Malvern. Right wing, it's Rodney Smith, leading scorer on the team at 18 a ball game. Malvern averaging just 61 a ball game. Right wing Swain, Hutchison, left wing Smith, cross court right corner Swain. Swain 30 seconds into the game. Now in the lane to Withrow, quarterback from the football team. Hutchison left corner, intends the pass for Smith, taken away by Parker Edwards. And down the floor comes Strasburg. Parker, left wing, Becker. Top of the key tuning, right wing Gage Moore. Moore dribbles to the free throw line, scoops with the right hand, misses right of the rim. Braden Miller the board, Smith down the floor, Withrow left of the basket, lost it. Left wing Hutchison a 3. Line drive way too strong. Smith the board, the runner in the lane is good. Second chance points, a thing of beauty for Malvern. And they have the first 2 of the game, 6:45 first quarter. It's 2-0 Malvern. Parker Edwards will cross the timeline. Left wing to Gage Moore, tuning. Right corner, Bonifant. Top of the key, Moore. Leading scorer at the team, left wing Becker, a 3. Way too strong, no chance. Smith the board, down the floor, Swain. Malvern wastes no time. Top of the key, Smith. Smith, Swain, straight on. Right wing Hutchison. Hutchison, top of the key, Swain. Left corner, Smith. 3 in the air. Got it. Rodney Smith, already 5 in the game. And number 3 of the season. 3 of 11 from distance this year. It's 5-0 Malvern. 2 minutes into the game and some change. Bonifant for Strasburg drives left wing and gets fouled on the floor. Going to go on Jared Withrow. Withrow with his first and the team first foul of the game in general. 5:51 first quarter, 5-0 Malvern. Strasburg Franklin with the ball. In the lane, Moore intends it for Bonifant, taken away by Miller and Malvern. And Smith complaining to the official in the right front court, saying he did not touch it before it went out. Coach Denny Tucci giving an Oscar-level performance. Looking at the official saying, what was that? And Strasburg with the ball. Coach Tucci normally pretty animated, very animated there. Here's Moore, left of the lane for Strasburg. Franklin lays it up and in with the left hand. Nice move, spinning around in the paint and scoring. Ends the 5-0 run to start the game by Malvern. They still lead 5-2, 5-10 first quarter. Malvern basketball, Hutchison, Miller, free throw line, right corner Swain. Top of the key, Hutchison, left corner Smith, right wing Swain. three. In and out. Rebound, batted around. It'll stay with Malvern. Coach Denny Tucci appears in his green quarters to be calling for things to spread offensively just a bit. Inbound Hutchison back to Withrow, and Withrow tapped it back to him too quickly. Withrow and Smith both in the starting lineup. Rodney Smith just honored before the game. He was a D7 first-team All-Ohioan at wide receiver, a 1,200-yard year with 18 touchdowns. There's Gage Moore on the other end for Strasburg Franklin, and he has another two from left of the rim with the left hand. It's a 4-0 run by Strasburg. It's 5-4, 4:25 first quarter. Malvern basketball, free throw line, Miller up to the basket, Withrow. He gets double teamed and loses the ball out of bounds. Jordan Detchen into the game for the first time for Malvern. Seeing his first action, Brady Boffman, the freshman for Strasburg. Malvern ball, Rodney Smith, right baseline, gets fouled, bumped by Tuning. First foul of the game on anyone wearing a black jersey from Strasburg Franklin. And it's 5-4, Malvern. Coach Phil Shorey has a look of as if he smelled something bad, being upset. And Braden Miller makes them pay then offensively with a great move down the lane to score on a right-handed finger roll. It's 7-4, Malvern, and Becker turns it over. Rodney Smith running the floor, scoops the layup in, right of the rim and scores. Rodney Smith dynamic on the offensive end. And it's 9-4 Malvern with 3:44 in the first period. And a kick ball by Rodney Smith, stopping the transition from Strasburg. And Malvern brings in Evan Debo, another senior. They played 7 guys. They've all been seniors. That's the exact amount of seniors they have on their roster. Strasburg ball, right of the lane. Edwards works aggressively towards the rim and gets fouled. Parker Edwards fouled by Jordan Detchen. Team second on Malvern. And line left, Parker Edwards, 47% at the line, misses the first. 9-4, the Malvern lead, 3:32 first quarter. Edwards, second free throw, good. So 1 for 2 in that trip. Malvern ball up 9-5. Top of the key, Debo pumps. Right wing, Swain pumps. Left wing, Smith underneath. Detchen misses it. Miller's putback attempt is missed. Long rebound into the hands of Parker Edwards and Strasburg. Here's Moore. Left wing, Boffman. Boffman, top of the key to Gage Moore. Moore drives left of the lane, scoops with the left hand at the rim, misses. Rebound, Debo and Malvern. Swain, right wing to Miller in the lane. Miller drives, scoops. Ball bounces on the back of the iron and in. Braden Miller. So far, Malvern has just 2 scorers, Miller and Smith. 2 very common last names. Smith with 7, Miller with 4. It's 11-5 Malvern. 2:30 first quarter. Strasburg ball. Moore drives, scoops, right of the rim, misses. Rebound into the hands of Detchen. Smith down the floor, left of the basket, scoops and gets fouled. Finger roll attempt by Rodney Smith. He pushed in transition and got fouled. Goes on Ryan Becker, his first. Team second. And Rodney Smith, line right, makes the first free throw as Lucas Gopp checks into the game for Strasburg, and Gage Bonifant back in. And Rodney Smith had been shooting 58% from the line. He nails both there. He'll get a rest now as Julius Gore, the first non-senior to check into the game for Malvern. The junior at 6'2". So it's 4 seniors and a junior now for Coach Tucci on the floor. Looking for his 621st career win tonight. Malvern ahead 13-5. Strasburg with the ball with under 2 minutes in the first quarter. There's Parker Edwards from the free throw line. He missed it. Long rebound. Tapped out. And Strasburg can reset. It was Gopp who made the save. Left wing, Gage Bonifant. Left corner, Gopp. Gopp dribbles. The lefty looks for someone to come free. Left corner, Boffman. Quick shoot 3. Off the left side of the iron and weak. Rebound tapped out. Julius Gore runs it down. Gore, layup on the other end is good. Malvern leads 15-5. 1:20 in the first quarter. What a start for the Hornets here at home. Strasburg just looking for something to go their way at this point. It's 6 straight by Malvern. Here's Bonifant. Left baseline shot blocked. Withrow. Down the floor, Malvern. Here's Hutchison. Right of the lane, missed the shot. Withrow's tip back, missed. Gets it back, goes back up and missed it. Gets another rebound, goes back up and misses from right of the rim. He feels he was fouled. And Coach Phil Shorey, sensing that his boys from Strasburg could be seeing this game get away from them quickly, calls for them to calm down here right before the end of the quarter, down 15-5. Strasburg ball, Moore in the lane. Moore cut off. Boffman, top of the key. Right wing Moore. Moore, who has 4 of the 5 for Strasburg. Left corner, Bonifant's 3. Got it. Big shot for Gage Bonifant. Entered the game shooting just 18% from 3 and knocks down a big shot there. 15-8. Malvern, 5 seconds in the first quarter. Left wing Hutchison, a 3 is good. Drake Hutchison, third 3 of the year, and ends the quarter in style for Malvern, who leads after 1, 18-8 here on Q92 Radiosports.com. We're going to take a timeout, and when we return, we'll have second quarter action and first quarter stats after this.
RG Drag, Starr County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
Thanks to RG Drag, Regional EMS, and the Water's Edge Salon here in Malvern for being our sponsors of tonight's game. After 1, Malvern 18 and Strasburg 8. Known affectionately is Strasburg to some of the folks in the area as Stras Vegas. And Strasburg with the ball to start the second quarter. Thanks to my buddy Derek Philo for listening to tonight's game. Strasburg with the ball. Boffman, the freshman, being pestered around center floor by Hutchison. Hutchison upset at himself because he gets called for the foul. Just his first. Team first of the second quarter on Malvern. 18-8. By the way, this battle, 11 of the last 12 in this series have gone to Malvern. The 18-19 season, Strasburg swept the series. They played 3 times, last time in a district semifinal. There's Boffman, top of the key, tuning. Right wing, Bonifant, 3. Around, off the front of the iron and out. Long rebound, tipped back by Becker, but right into the hands of Swain, and down the floor comes Malvern. Malvern working with a 10-point lead, 18-8, 40 seconds in to the second quarter. Rodney Smith underneath gets a alley-oop attempt left of the rim from Hutchison. Couldn't finish, though, on the layup. The rebound right back to Malvern. Right corner, Rodney Smith. Cross court, what a pass. Into the left corner, Swain. Couldn't make the three. Withrow's attempt to lay it up and in on the rebound attempt from right of the rim falls short. And the rebound to Strasburg. Gage Moore. And Gage across the timeline travels right at center floor. Tuning back into the game for Strasburg. Gopp back into the game for Strasburg. Malvern back with the ball. A minute and 20 seconds into the second quarter, leading 18-8. They brought back in Braden Miller and the rest of their starting five. There's Withrow, right wing Smith, right corner Swain. A three is good. Eric Swain, 4th three of the year. Malvern has already connected on 3 threes in the first half. And Strasburg with the ball down 21-8 as Malvern forces a steal. Here's Rodney Smith. Miller left of the rim. Layup good with the left hand. Braden Miller has 6. Malvern leads 23-8. It's 6:05 remaining in the second quarter. Take a quick timeout on Q92 Radiosports.com as you're listening to high school basketball.
Water's Edge Salon, located at 203 North Reed Street in downtown Malvern, has been serving clients for 14 years. They offer a variety of services, including haircuts for women, men, and children, plus color, styling, manicures, pedicures, and acrylic nails. Walk-ins are always welcome, and they also offer holiday gift certificates as the perfect stocking stuffer. Visit them for professional, personalized care in a friendly, welcoming atmosphere.
6:05 second quarter. Malvern 23, Strasburg 8. This game once 9-5. You piece that together, it is a 14-3 burst that Malvern is currently on. Spearheaded with a big run to end the first quarter. They've kept it going. Malvern ball, or Strasburg ball rather. Bonifant left of the rim. Missed the shot. Braden Miller the board for Malvern. They can add to their 15-point lead. Left corner Hutchison, another star from the football team, to Withrow, quarterback from the football team. Don't let his lanky build fool you. He has a cannon for a right arm and can sling the ball around the yard with the best of them. Left corner, Swain. 3 blocked. Becker by Strasburg. Swain collects it, gets it back to Miller, underneath to Smith, right of the rim, and the lefty lays it up and in. Rodney Smith with 11 for Malvern. Strasburg ball to the other end. Sloppy layup by Edwards, right of the rim is missed. Rebound Malvern. Here's Smith. Smith fouled hard as he works down the right wing. 25-8. The Malvern lead. Coach Denny Tucci has kept the foot on the gas the entire time, as have his kids on the floor. And Strasburg entered 4-1, but getting a quick rude awakening of what it's like to try to hang with the big boys in the IBC. Debo into the game. Detchen into the game for Malvern. Smith, first free throw line right is good. Second one, good as well. It's a 12-point, now a 13-point first half already for Rodney Smith. Entered the game averaging 18. He's on pace for a 30-plus point game in this contest. It's 27-8. Malvern, right wing, Gage Moore. 3 halfway down and out for Strasburg. Bonifant the board, misses it left of the rim. Defense by Detchen. Rebound to Malvern, Withrow. Down the floor, Smith. That combination was money on the football field all fall. Right wing Smith with it. Smith looks underneath. Nothing was there. Malvern sitting in a 1-3-1 in the half court, or rather Strasburg sitting in the 1-3-1. Malvern, left corner, Debo, 3. Rebound, batted around. Malvern tips it out, and Strasburg will get it back. 27-8. Strasburg trails Malvern. Malvern continues to be in the midst of a giant run. It's now 18-3. Strasburg simply trying to get something to go their way here in the final 4+ minutes of this first half. Strasburg ball, Gage Moore, leading scorer on the team. Right corner, Edwards, 3 is good. Parker Edwards, 4 in the game. It's 27-11. Like that jumpstart things a bit for Strasburg. Malvern with the ball, Debo in the right corner. Top of the key, Hutchison. Left wing, Smith. Left corner, Detchen. Left wing, Hutchison. Right corner, Rodney Smith. Pumps on the 3. Kicks left wing, Debo. Left corner, Hutchison. Hutchison drives. Right wing, Smith. 3 in the air. Good. Rodney Smith. Wow, what a half. 16 of the 30 for Malvern, who leads 30-11. With 3:23 in the second quarter. It is a 19-point advantage for Malvern, and Drake Hutchison fouls the ball handler at center floor in Edwards. And Malvern going to bring in Miller, Trip Tucci, and Julius Gore. Trip Tucci, the second non-senior to see time tonight, the junior, seeing sparing minutes this year for Coach Denny Tucci. Strasburg ball, right wing, Tuning. Top of the key, Boffman, freshman who played in the JV game. They played just a half, and Malvern pretty much named the score. Strasburg ball and a steal. Braden Miller. The 6'6" body flies down the floor and almost saves it from going out of bounds. And that's what Coach Tucci loves to see when it comes to effort out of his guys. They're up 30 to just 11 for Strasburg, and they're still fighting like they're in the regional final. Strasburg ball, Boffman down the floor, cherry picking, misses the layup though. Rebound, Detchen. Here's Julius Gore. Gore, who had a layup in the first quarter, left corner, Trip Tucci. Underneath, intends it for Miller. It's taken away. Strasburg down 19, looking to cut into the deficit with 2:20 in the second quarter. Shorey stands on anxiously, looking at his team as they work in their offensive half-court set. Top of the key, Gage Moore. Moore drives, free throw line, tough jumper in the air and good. Wow, nice bucket there by the junior in Gage Moore. Found his spot on the left elbow and scored. 30-13. Malvern still by 17, and Gore misses a right wing 3. Strasburg with the rebound, 1:40 clock runs second quarter. They're down 17. Here's Edwards. Edwards drives right wing, gets right of the rim and lost the ball out of bounds. Bonifant comes in. Tuning will check out. Cody, the senior, for Strasburg. Swain will check in. Detchen will check out for Malvern. So for Strasburg, Bonifant, Moore, Edwards, Boffman, and Gopp. For Malvern, Smith, Gore, Tucci, Swain, and Miller. Underneath it is Braden Miller. Miller, left corner, Smith. Line drive 3. Got another one. Rodney Smith, 19 points in the game for the senior. Strasburg ball, down 20. Right corner, it was Gopp. Left wing, Bonifant. Top of the key, Moore. Moore, right of the lane. Tough 2 in the air. Shot it strong off the backboard. Never drew rim. The rebound to Braden Miller. Malvern ball, left corner, Swain, a three is off the line, too short. Rebound into the hands of Gore. Malvern resets. Left corner, Swain. Might he have another try? He won't. Right wing, Smith. Smith, right corner, Gore. 35 seconds in the second quarter, 33-13. Malvern, left corner, Smith, thought about the three, was nearly out of bounds. Right wing, Swain. Swain, right corner, Gore. Gore, right baseline, Miller. Left corner, Smith. 18 seconds left in the first half. Malvern 33, Strasburg 13. It comes to Smith. A 19-point first half. He has it top of the key. Smith, free throw line, left corner, Tucci. To Smith, in between the circles, a three. Halfway down and comes out, and the rebound out of bounds. And that will end the first half. 19 points in the first half for Rodney Smith. And Malvern in control through a half, 33-13 over Strasburg. We'll take a timeout here on Q92, radiosports.com. And when we return, we'll have your halftime stats and get you caught up on the news going on in and around the area. Again, halftime. Malvern 33, Strasburg 13. You're listening to high school basketball here on Q92, radiosports.com. We'll take this timeout.
Ready to make a real difference in people's lives while working for a nonprofit? Regional EMS is calling your name. They're on the lookout for passionate EMTs and paramedics to join their team. Imagine working with state-of-the-art equipment, all while enjoying a new pay scale, generous PTO, and fully paid insurance for full-time heroes like you. It's not just a job, it's a chance to be a lifeline in your community. So what are you waiting for? Grab your phone and dial 330-987-4373 to find out how to join the Regional EMS family.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
For the Putman Properties Halftime Show, I'm Jeff Mears with Q92 News. Sentencing is scheduled May 1st for a Canton man who admitted to participating in the January 6th Capitol riot. A guilty plea to a felony count of assaulting, resisting, or impeding certain officers was entered Monday by 48-year-old Clay Norris. He faces up to 8 years in prison and a $250,000 fine at sentencing in Washington, D.C. federal court. Norris was accused of pushing fencing that formed a barricade against Capitol police officers who were trying to stop rioters from moving toward the Capitol. Prosecutors say he then breached the barricade, pushed an officer's shield, and attempted to enter the building. Officers deployed tear gas and Norris fled the scene. He was arrested May 3rd of this year. A former Stark County man is dead after being shot by the FBI in Alabama. Alexander Randles had allegedly threatened local government officials. For the Putman Properties Halftime Show, I'm Jeff Mears with Q92 News. Sentencing is scheduled May 1st for a Canton man who admitted to participating in the January 6th Capitol riot. A guilty plea to a felony count of assaulting, resisting, or impeding certain officers was entered Monday by 48-year-old Clay Norris. He faces up to 8 years in prison and a $250,000 fine at sentencing in Washington, D.C. federal court. Norris was accused of pushing fencing that formed a barricade against Capitol police officers who were trying to stop rioters from moving toward the Capitol. Prosecutors say he then breached the barricade, pushed an officer's shield, and attempted to enter the building. Officers deployed tear gas and Norris fled the scene. He was arrested May 3rd of this year. A former Stark County man is dead after being shot by the FBI in Alabama. Alexander Randles had allegedly threatened local government officials and attempted to organize an armed militia to arrest them. A federal magistrate issued a criminal complaint for him. The FBI SWAT team went to Randles' apartment in Gulf Shores Friday to serve search warrants and arrest him. He reportedly was armed. The FBI did not release details of the shooting. Randles also was accused of menacing behavior between 2020 and last year. He was a 2010 graduate of Jackson High School. Randles also owned Akron-based Roadrunners tires. The shooting is under investigation by the FBI's Inspection Division. Fisher's Foods is responding to reports concerning its future and its sole remaining store in Jackson Township. In a Facebook post, the company says while the property on Fulton Drive Northwest is for sale, the business is not. The repository reported Friday that the location was listed for sale online by Goodman Real Estate Services. The listing was removed by Friday night. Fisher's, which began in 1933 as a single store in Canton, later expanded to 7 locations in the Canton and Massillon areas. All but the Jackson Township store have closed. Fisher's says it's no secret the grocery industry faces challenges, adding they're proud of the strides they've made to better serve their customers. Canton City Council has rejected a fact finder's report for a new contract for firefighters. Lawmakers voted 8-1 Monday against the proposal from Daniel Zeisser. He was brought in after the city and Canton Professional Firefighters Local 249 could not agree on a new contract. Issues include wages, health, and life insurance coverage. Zeisser sided with the city 6 times and the union 4. The matter now heads to a conciliator who must be selected before the end of this month. They will choose one side's proposal for each disputed issue. The current 3-year contract expires December 31st. Voters in North Canton may see a 0.5% income tax increase on the May 2025 ballot. City Council approved the first of 3 readings of the legislation Monday. The city's income tax would increase from 1.5% to 2% effective January 1st, 2026. According to the repository, it would generate $3.6 million in additional revenue. Council also passed the first of 3 readings of a resolution to eliminate 3 existing street, fire, and EMS issues if the income tax hike is approved. The legislation states Council would not seek a bond issue to pay for construction of a new fire station. It may not be binding on future city lawmakers. The filing deadline for the May ballot is February 3rd. A man has entered a plea in connection with the robbery of a Canton bank. 27-year-old Xavier Pledger of Canton pleaded not guilty Monday to 1 federal count of aggravated robbery and 8 counts of kidnapping. The Stark County grand jury returned a no bill for Pledger last week. Police said he entered the Chase Bank branch on 30th Street Northwest October 17th. Employees said he pointed a weapon at customers and workers. Pledger was still in the building when police arrived. He was arrested without incident. About $6,500 in cash and a handgun were recovered. More news after this.
The Q92 Sports Network brings you more high school football and basketball games than anyone else, by far. But did you know that you can go back and listen to our broadcast again? Simply go to the Q92 radio page on SoundCloud. We posted the games we broadcast for everyone to go back and relive. We have playlists filled with our high school football broadcasts from 2016 to this season. So go to SoundCloud now, follow Q92 Radio, and listen. And thank you for listening to all of our sports broadcasts of high school football and basketball on the Q92 Sports Network.
The trial of 2 brothers charged in an East Liverpool murder remains set for January 14th in Columbiana County Common Pleas Court. 34-year-old Elvin Tisdale of Newell, West Virginia, and 24-year-old Alan Tisdale of Lisbon are charged with aggravated murder in the July 2021 slaying of Bryson Douglas. He was found shot to death in front of a home on Pennsylvania Avenue. A status hearing for the case was held Monday. Judge Megan Bickerton said she spoke with attorneys for the prosecution and defense, adding there is a possibility the trial date may be postponed to January 15th. She has yet to rule on a defense motion to suppress cell phone records. The defense also filed a motion seeking separate trials for the Tisdales. Bickerton recently denied other motions by Elvin Tisdale's attorney to suppress cell phone evidence. The search is on for a man who disappeared last week. Youngstown police say 42-year-old Terrence Avery was released from a hospital December 12th. His family has not seen or heard from him since the following day. Avery's medication was left at home and his vehicle is gone. He is 5'3", 194 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. Police say Avery may be driving a white 2014 Chevy Cruze with Ohio plate number KGR 2774. Anyone with information is asked to call Youngstown Police at 330-747-7911. The Ohio BCI is investigating after an incident in which a Liberty Township police officer fired shots at a suspect. WKBN TV reports officers had boxed in a stolen car at the Belmont Plaza Shopping Center on Belmont Avenue Monday afternoon. Chief Toby Maloro says the vehicle started ramming police cruisers. An officer opened fire on the suspect, who was taken to the hospital. Their condition was not available. An SUV also crashed into the storefront of Harbor Freight. We'll return you courtside for the second half of tonight's game, right after the forecast from News 5 meteorologist Mark Johnson. For the Putman Properties Halftime Show, I'm Jeff Mears with Q92 News.
Overnight lows tonight, 32 cold degrees. Bundle up under a partly cloudy sky. Wednesday, we get a morning mix of rain and wet snow, becoming rain for the afternoon. 38. I am Art J. Weather from News 5.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Dreg students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Dreg to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Dreg, where careers begin.
Ready to make a real difference in people's lives while working for a nonprofit? Regional EMS is calling your name. They're on the lookout for passionate EMTs and paramedics to join their team. Imagine working with state-of-the-art equipment, all while enjoying a new pay scale, generous PTO, and fully paid insurance for full-time heroes like you. It's not just a job, it's a chance to be a lifeline in your community. So what are you waiting for? Grab your phone and dial 330-987-4373 to find out how to join the Regional EMS family.
Halftime here at Malvern, and through a half, Malvern leads 33-13. Halftime stats really look like this. Malvern led in the first half by Rodney Smith. He had 19 in the first half. That's one above his season average per game. Normally averages 18 of all game. He had 19. Evan Debo had, Braden Miller had 6. Julius Gore had 2. Swain and Hutchison each with 3. And Gage Moore led Strasburg with 6 in the first half. Malvern with the ball to start this second half. They attack the rim to our left, and Strasburg forces a steal on the first possession. Coach Phil Shorey calls out the play. Parker Edwards running the point. It's at right wing to Tuning. Tuning underneath for Gage Moore. It's taken away. Moore simply smiles and laughs it off as he comes down the floor. As Malvern brings it down the floor. And they throw it away. The first time we've had some debate from the fans. Strasburg says it should be their ball. Malvern says, well, the Strasburg player had it hit his back last, so it should be our ball. And Strasburg wins out. Here's Tuning. Becker in the lane. Right wing 3 in the air is missed by Bonifant. A rebound to Malvern. Here's Hutchison. Hutchison down the floor, right of the lane. Missed the shot. Witherow the board. Left corner intends it for Smith. Tuning takes it away. Strasburg trails by 20. It's not for a lack of possessions or lack of trying on either end of the floor. They just haven't been able to get easy looks. Edwards to Tuning. Right wing to Moore. Moore drives, scoops, right of the lane, misses the layup. Rebound, batted around, and Strasburg will keep it. Definitely a different pep in the step of Coach Phil Shorey coming out of the second half locker room for Strasburg. Black quarter zip with the black pants and trying to build this program in the right direction. Underneath, Moore lays it up and in, left of the rim with the right hand. 33-15. Gage Moore with 8 in the game. Junior leads all Malvern score, or leads all Strasburg scores. Malvern ball. Hutchison. Right corner now. Smith. Free throw line. Witherow. Left wing Hutchison's 3. Off the mark to the right. Denny Tucci displeased by that offensive possession. Puts both of his hands on the back of his head and looks on in frustration. Tuning. Right wing a 3 is good for Strasburg. Cody Tuning. 33-18. It's a 5-0 run by Malvern, or by Strasburg. Malvern with the ball. Rodney Smith, free throw line, Miller. Left corner, Swain. Swain, right corner, Smith. Easy open 3, missed it. Rebound, Parker Edwards and Strasburg. They're on a 5-0 run. They can cut into their 15-point deficit here just a little bit more. Down 20 at the half. They've come out ready to play. There's Tuning. Moore, top of the key. Edwards in the lane. Gets a man in the air in Hutchison. And Edwards gets fouled on the shot attempt from the left side of the lane. And Hutchison will pick up his third foul. And line right will go Parker Edwards, where he's just 47% on the year, but he makes the first free throw, gives him 5 in the game. Looking for 6 here if he can make both free throws, and he misses it. Rebound tapped back, and Malvern comes away with it. Hutchison, Smith, Hutchison, left baseline, right wing Swain. Swain drives right baseline, gets to the rim and scores. Eric Swain, 5 in the game. And Malvern ends the 6-0 run by Strasburg to start the second half. Strasburg ball, Tuning, right wing a 3 is good. Cody Tuning shoots 39% from 3, had no points in the first half, and has 2 threes here early on in the third quarter. It's 35-22, 4:30 third quarter. Malvern with the basketball. Top of the key, Hutchison. Left corner, Swain spots a 3. Misses it. Rebound. Long one. Tapped around. Smith on the floor, and Rodney Smith is fouled. Gage Moore, the one guilty for the foul. Coach Shorey cannot believe it from Strasburg. Malvern ball in the lane. Smith misses the turnaround hook shot. Braden Miller the board, left side of the rim, and he gets fouled on the 2-point shot attempt. And it's Becker who commits the foul. Becker, 12 points a game. He's been held scoreless. Really, the other guys for Strasburg have done their job, as Miller, line left, 5 of 10, now 6 of 11 on the year, misses the first free throw. He had a 6-point first half, scoreless, almost 4 minutes in to the third quarter. And Miller, line left, can he keep it at 50%? He does. 1 for 2 in that trip. Detchen comes in, Debo comes in, Miller and Hutchison take seats. Strasburg ball, down 14. High on the right, Tuning, right corner, Gopp, top of the key, Moore. Left corner, Tuning, 3 in the air. Got another one! Cody Tuning, the senior. 3 threes in the third quarter. It's 36-25. It is a 12-3 run by Strasburg in the quarter to cut it to 11. Malvern ball. Left wing. Debo thought about the 3. Didn't like the spacing on the floor underneath Detchen. Right wing. Rodney Smith, 19 in the first half, scoreless in this half. Right wing 3 in the air. Around and out. Rebound. Gage Moore, and Strasburg can cut it to single digits for the first time in a long time here. 3:14 third quarter. Strasburg ball. Tuning, right wing. He's had the extremely hot hand. Left corner, Edwards misses the 3. A rebound to Malvern and Rodney Smith. Here comes Debo. Left wing, Detchen underneath Withrow. Withrow lost the ball. He was double teamed. Strasburg up with it. 2:49 third quarter, 36-25. The Malvern lead. Strasburg with the ball. Tuning, right corner, 3. That one off the line. It was the heat check. Bonifant the board. Left wing Tuning. Pumps, drives, free throw line. Moore, top of the key. Bonifant high on the left for Strasburg. Now around center floor to Edwards. Edwards watches some screens go in front of him. Right wing to Bonifant. Left wing Edwards. Underneath Moore. Moore left of the rim. Layup good with the left hand. And a whistle and a timeout. Strasburg has cut it to 9. 36-27. They start the third quarter on a 14-3 run. And with 2:11 in the third quarter, they've cut it to 9. 36-27. Cody Tuning, scoreless in the first half, has 9 in the quarter. And Gage Moore now with 4 in the quarter. And for Malvern, the only points in the quarter have come from Swain, who has a 2, running down the right baseline, and Braden Miller, who has a free throw. Rodney Smith, though, an indifferent second half so far, had 19 at halftime and has 19 almost 6 minutes into the third quarter. Coach Shorey has inspired his Strasburg Tigers, and they trail by 9. We got a good ball game going on. Swain, Debo, Smith, Withrow, and Detchen on the floor for Malvern. And it's Tuning, as well as Bonifant, Moore, Edwards, and Gopp on the floor for Strasburg. Malvern ball. Right wing, it was Swain. Top of the key, Debo. Right wing back to Swain. 1-3-1 zone pressure was not working in the first half for Strasburg and seems to have puzzled Malvern here. They're just not hitting shots. Underneath, here's Withrow. Withrow has it taken away. Gage Moore for Strasburg. Coach Denny Tucci starts to anxiously look on now for Malvern, who still leads by 9, but they've been outscored by 11 in this quarter. Strasburg ball, Gopp, left wing, right wing, Edwards. Edwards, left wing, intended the pass there for Tuning. It was tipped out by Debo for Malvern. Braden Miller comes in. Jared Withrow takes a seat. Jared, normally second leading scorer on the team, while third leading scorer on the team for Malvern, scoreless tonight. He and Hutchison both quiet. Here's Moore. Top of the key, a 3 is good. Strasburg has cut it to 6. 36-30, a minute in the third quarter. It's a 17-3 scoring burst in the third quarter for Strasburg. Malvern ball. Debo, top of the key. Left corner, Smith. Scoreless in the quarter, 19 in the first 2. 42 seconds in the third quarter. It's just a 6-point game. It was 20 to start the quarter. Right wing, Swain, 3, needed it, missed it. Rebound, Strasburg. 28 seconds in the third quarter. Strasburg could cut it to 3 with another made 3 here. It's 36-30. Here's Edwards. Left wing, Bonifant. Right wing, Moore. Right corner, Tuning. Tuning wanted the space, wasn't there. 10 seconds in the third quarter. Top of the key, Moore. 3 in the air. Got it! 36-33. Strasburg has cut it to 3, heading to the final quarter. And the Strasburg fans are louder than the entire Malvern fan base that's here. They outscore Malvern in that quarter 20-3. And we'll take a timeout here as you're listening to high school basketball on Q92 Radiosports.com.
Ready to make a real difference in people's lives while working for a nonprofit? Regional EMS is calling your name. They're on the lookout for passionate EMTs and paramedics to join their team. Imagine working with state-of-the-art equipment, all while enjoying a new pay scale, generous PTO, and fully paid insurance for full-time heroes like you. It's not just a job, it's a chance to be a lifeline in your community. So what are you waiting for? Grab your phone and dial 330-987-4373 to find out how to join the Regional EMS family.
Strasburg outscores Malvern in that third quarter 20-3. Malvern led 33-13 at the half, and Strasburg goes on a 20-3 run to end that third quarter. It wasn't even to end the third quarter. It was just the third quarter in general. Strasburg ball, here's Moore. left of the lane. 13 in the game. Left corner, Becker. He has yet to get going tonight. Tuning. Top of the key, Hoffman. Right wing, Becker, 3. Could tie it. Missed it. Front of the iron, rebound. Malvern and Swain. Here comes Hutchison playing with 3 fouls. Hutchison, top of the key, Swain. Left corner, Smith. Left corner, 3 in the air for Hutchison. It's weak. Rebound, Strasburg. Strasburg has lost 11 of the last 12 in this series. In the last 9. They want to win badly here tonight. They're down by just 3 after being down by 20 at the half. It's 36-33. Malvern scored 3 points in that third quarter, and Strasburg turns it over. Offensive end, they gave it away. Malvern to get the ball back. 36-33. Malvern, 6:55 left. Right corner, Miller. Miller, top of the key, Smith. Left wing, Hutchison. Hutchison, left baseline, Miller. Underneath, Withrow. Withrow, righty hook shot. He missed it. Rebound into the hands of Strasburg. They're down 3. Low scoring affair. Defense has become the name of the game, and good possessions have become the name of the game. Strasburg ball, Bonifant. Right baseline, cut off. Moore. Drives, works in the lane. Moore bullies his way in. Miller blocks it, and the rebound and a foul. Gage Moore picks up the foul, his second. Moore has 16 in the game. He had 10 in the third quarter. And Tuning had 9 in the third quarter. Between the two of them, they hit 5 threes. That's how Strasburg got back into this. Malvern ball, Swain, left corner. 2 minutes gone, fourth quarter. 36-33. Right baseline, Miller. In the lane, Withrow. Layup right to the rim, good. Jared Withrow, first 2 of the ball game, comes at a very opportune time. It's 38-33, Malvern by 5. 5:38 left in the game. Strasburg ball, Becker. Pestered at center floor, gets across. Second leading scorer for Strasburg has been scoreless tonight. And Edwards drives right wing, scoops right of the rim and scores. Parker Edwards with a chance for a 3-point play as he was fouled. Foul on Rodney Smith, his first, as Edwards missed the free throw. It's a 3-point game again. Malvern the other way. Hutchison drives and gets fouled. Talk about an atmosphere that's developed. Early season game, and both teams vying for early season positioning in the IVC, and Hutchison misses the first free throw. He didn't even draw iron there. Second one upcoming for Drake. Normal 9-point average. And he misses both. Rebound Withrow, though. Right wing, Smith, a 3. Needed it, missed it strong. Rebound. Strasburg, they can tie here with a made 3. 38-35, 5:05 left in the game. Malvern's Debo getting set to check in at the next dead ball. Strasburg with the ball. Moore, top of the key, Edwards. Edwards, right corner. Gopp thought about the 3 to Moore, top of the key. Left wing, Bonifant. Tuning, right wing, a 3. Missed it weak. Long rebound into the corner. Strasburg can reset. Right wing, Gopp. Tuning, left wing, Bonifant to tie. Around and out. Rebound, tipped around, and a whistle and a foul. Foul on Edwards for Strasburg. 38-35, Malvern. 4:34 in the ball game. Malvern has been outscored in this half 20 22-5. They've scored 5 points in the second half, and we're almost halfway through the fourth quarter. Left corner, Smith. Top of the key, Miller. Miller drives. Tough move and a foul. Drove down the lane, and lots of hard contact there, and Coach Phil Shorey is saying that his guy had a right to his spot. That's Edwards. And Miller, line left to shoot 2. Just 50% from the line on the year. He misses the first. Second one upcoming, but before that, a whistle and a timeout taken by Malvern. 38-35, 4:17 in the game. Malvern's lead is just 3. We'll take this timeout.
What's trending? Here's what you can find online.
Q92radiosports.com is the official website of the Q92 Sports Network. It's also your home for all of our high school and University of Mount Union football and basketball games. It's where you can stream games live. Go to our SoundCloud page to relive games from the past. You can check out our upcoming broadcast schedule, get scores from around the area, and find your local sports news. It's all just a click away at Q92radiosports.com.
4:17 remains. It's 38-35, Malvern. Strasburg has outscored Malvern in the second half, 22-5. Second free throw for Miller. Out of the timeout for Malvern, line left. He missed it, and the rebound off the hands of Strasburg last. Malvern will keep it. Here's Hutchison. Debo checks out. It's Hutchison, Swain, Detchen, Miller, and Smith on the floor for Malvern, who leads by 3. Rodney Smith, 19 in the first half, scoreless in the second half. Malvern has 5 points in this half, and we've played a quarter and a half to this point. Just 4 minutes left in the game. It's 38-35. Here is Smith. Drives left of the lane, may have been fouled. Missed the shot, and the rebound out of bounds off the hands of Malvern last. Strasburg will get it back. Down 3. Both teams with camo night here tonight. That is the student sections. And Malvern tries to steal on the inbound. They are unsuccessful. Strasburg, right wing tuning. A 3. Around and out. Rebound. Tipped out by Strasburg. Malvern basketball. Just trying to find a bucket if they can in this half. They've struggled to score. Coach Benny Tucci rarely flustered by what to do. You know, he and I talked before, and we discussed if he was still learning, and it's games like this that require you to still learn. He said this has been a unique year, though. He said they've won games, he said, despite not really playing very well so far. And he'll tell you that that's what it is. On the other hand, Coach Phil Shorey, still very young in the level of coaching and execution and everything that goes into this. He's been around the block. He's worked under Matt Creamer before at Central. He's seen big moments. But it becomes different when you're on a Tuesday night and you're at Malvern and you got a chance to upset one of the big boys. That's a little different. And for Coach Tucci, this is continually proving each year that, you know, he can watch these young guys come into his place and he can find ways to win. And, you know, he takes some sort of solace in that. Malvern ball. Up 3. They still lead. They've never relinquished that lead. Here's Smith in the lane. Missed the shot. Miller the board. It's tipped around and off of Miller's hands last. And Strasburg will get it back. To say that it's been anxious here in the second half is probably putting it lightly. Strasburg ball. Here's Becker to the rim. Shot block with throw. Down the floor, Malvern. Smith drives left of the lane. Smith got double team, nearly fouled. And Malvern will keep it. Hutchison to inbound underneath the hoop to our left to Withrow. High on the left to Swain. Back to Hutchison. 3 minutes in the game. 38-35. Malvern has scored just 5 points in this half. And a steal. Tuning took it away. He took it away from Miller. Strasburg down the floor. Edwards. High on the right. Now to Moore. Moore to Tuning. He's had open looks to tie the game here in this quarter and hasn't been able to follow through on one. He was really upset last time he came to the bench because he had the hot hand in the third quarter. There's Moore, top of the key for Strasburg. Moore drives left of the lane, lost the ball. He lost it off of his own knee. Swain down the floor for Malvern. They still lead by 3. 38-35. Coach Shorey holds up his pointer finger in his right hand to call out the play. Hutchison gonna hold the ball high on the right. Haven't even started a count yet on him because he just has it high on the right. They finally do. Hutchison drives to the right wing, gets inside the arc. Now to Swain on the right wing. Swain high on the right. Hutchison. We're down to 150 in the game. One more foul, and we're at 5 in the quarter for Strasburg. Malvern content to hold. Here's Rodney Smith. Smith drives left of the lane. Might have been an offensive foul there and no call. Tuning took a hard hit. We're down to 90 seconds in the game. Malvern by just 3. Here's Swain around center floor. Tuning chasing him around and finally fouls him. Tuning displeased, felt he was fouled really hard earlier in that possession. And this will send Eric Swain line left to shoot 2 as it's the team 5th on Strasburg. 2 for 2 from the line on the year. He makes the first. Big free throw for Eric Swain. 6 in the game. Second one upcoming for Swain here. Could make it a 5-point game. And he makes them both. He's 4 for 4 from the line this year. Coach Phil Shorey takes a full timeout for Strasburg. 1:23 remains. Malvern 40, Strasburg 35 in what has developed into one really good basketball game. Let's look around and see if we can get you any other scores from around the area tonight. No Lake and Jackson are linking up tonight. Hoover is playing against Green this evening. Vikings coming off of a big win over the weekend against St. Ed's. Impressive win for head coach Mike Belui and the boys. And Louisville and CVCA doing battle tonight. End of the first quarter there, it was Louisville by just 1 point. That was only 2 minutes ago. And they were late to get that game underway there. We're almost done here, and it's not even 8 o'clock. 40-35. Malvern. Strasburg with the ball. Coach Denny Tucci correcting some things to make sure he has everything that he's aware of in his liking here. Right before this final buck 23, Coach Phil Shorey has called out the play multiple times to his guys. Malvern needs a defensive stand. Can they find one? Underneath Moore, up right of the rim, missed the layup. Rebound to the left corner. Strasburg saves it. Becker went to his wallet, and somehow Strasburg got a timeout. Becker was on his back there, high on the left for a moment. And with 1:06 in the game, it's going to be side out here in just a moment for Strasburg. It's just a 30-second timeout with 1:06 left, 40-35. Malvern. Reminder, in the post game, we'll have interviews to come your way on the Q92 Sports Facebook page and Twitter. And we'll get you the final totals of all the players from tonight's game. Strasburg with the ball out of their 30-second timeout. 1 minute remaining. They're down 5. Right wing Edwards. Edwards looks for someone to come to him. Finds Tuning in the right corner, and a whistle and an offensive foul. Goes against Gage Moore. His third, and a big one. Swain comes in. Withrow checks out. 52 seconds remain. Tomorrow night, by the way, we'll be at Fairless. Tuslaw and Fairless playing in girls basketball tomorrow night. We'll have the game for you. Excited to be out in Falcon Country. Tonight, though, here in Hornet Country in Malvern, as Malvern leads 40-35 over Strasburg with 43 seconds left. Malvern ball. Rodney Smith, scoreless in the half. Drives right wing, scoops with the right hand, and gets fouled from right of the rim. 38 seconds left. A 7-point second half to this point is not what Coach Tucci had in mind, but it's been a 7-point half for Malvern, and they found a way to keep the lead as Rodney Smith makes the first free throw. His first point of the second half comes with 38 seconds left in the half. He now has 20 in the game. Strasburg at one point had cut it to 3 multiple times. They could never follow through and tie the game. Rodney Smith, line left, second free throw. He missed it. Rebound, tapped around. Strasburg comes away with it in the corner. Edwards with the rebound. It's 41-35. Malvern. Strasburg ball. Here's Bonifant. Bonifant, right corner, Tuning. Tuning, no space, wanted to shoot the 3. Underneath Edwards. Edwards, no space, looking to get off a shot in general. Forces one up. Rebound, Withrow. Smith with great defense. Smith down the floor, is fouled with 10 seconds remaining. And that defensive stand might have been the final push that Malvern needed, and it's not one they're going to be happy with. But Rodney Smith, line left, looking for points 21 and 22. And he has point 21. Coach Phil Shorey put a full scare into this Malvern team here tonight. Rodney Smith, second free throw, no. Rebound. Back to Withrow. Withrow in the lane, lays it up and in. 4 seconds remain. Down the floor. Right wing, Tuning at the buzzer. It would have counted. It's no good. And Malvern survives. Malvern outscored in the second half 22-11. But they survived to win by 9, 44-35, to improve to 4-1 on the year and 3-0 within the IVC. Strasburg falls to 4-2. They are 3-1 within the IVC, and they have a lot to look back on tonight and be happy about. Only thing that they came up empty in was their first half effort being down 20, and not just that, but the scoreboard at the end of the night, losing by 9. But man, what a comeback by Strasburg in this game, just making it a battle until the very bitter end of this thing. And Malvern hangs on to win by 9, 44-35. Take a timeout. When we return, we'll have your final numbers and more here from Malvern. Final score, Malvern 44, Strasburg 35. We'll be right back.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
Water's Edge Salon, located at 203 North Reed Street in downtown Malvern, has been serving clients for 14 years. They offer a variety of services, including haircuts for women, men, and children, plus color, styling, manicures, pedicures, and acrylic nails. Walk-ins are always welcome, and they also offer holiday gift certificates as the perfect stocking stuffer. Visit them for professional, personalized care in a friendly, welcoming atmosphere.
Go back and relive all the action with Q92 Sports on SoundCloud. Whether it's high school or University of Mount Union football and basketball, we've got you covered from 2016 through today. Catch every thrilling game and heart-pounding moment anytime you want. Q92 Sports is your go-to for local sports action. Find us on SoundCloud at Q92 Radio, and don't forget to stream all of our games live on Friday night at Q92radiosports.com.
We return back in here as final score 44-35. Malvern hangs on to win in one really good ball game. What became a good ball game. At points, I didn't know if it was going to be one there, but sure turned into one coming down the stretch. Malvern led 33-13 at the half. Strasburg outscored them 20-3 in that third quarter, and then Malvern really kind of hung on in the final quarter, and they outscored Strasburg the rest of the way. Let's see, was it 9-2 or 8-2? So just enough in the final quarter, an 8-2 run to end the game by Malvern, and just enough for them to notch their fourth victory of the year. Final numbers look like this. First for Strasburg, leading scorer was Gage Moore with 16. He had 6 at the half and was 16 in the game. Parker Edwards had 7. Cody Tuning had 9, all in the third quarter. And Gage Bonifant added 3 points. As for Malvern, if we were going to give a player of the game, would probably be Rodney Smith. His 19-point first half was huge, propelled Malvern to their 20-point halftime lead, and he scored 2 points in the second half, and probably disappointing by his standards, but when it came down to it, that was all they needed. His couple of free throws late were huge, and Malvern just did enough in this game to walk away the winner. It was Rodney Smith with 21, Eric Swain with 7, Debo with 7, Withrow with 4, and Gore with 2. All right, that'll do it. Win number 621 of his career for Coach Denny Tucci, and for Strasburg, their all-time win total stays at just 1536. They were looking for win number 1537 in program history, and it is now 9 straight losses by my count to Malvern. I think I said at one point it was 9 straight. They've lost 11 of their last 12 to Malvern, which again makes tonight a single-point loss or a single-digit loss that much tougher. Again, final score, Malvern 44, Strasburg 35. That'll do it for us here tonight. Thanks to Ryan Rainsberg back at the studio. Thanks to both coaches for providing notes and information for us tonight, and thanks to you guys for listening. John Bozica signing off from Malvern. Malvern a winner, 44-35, the final over Strasburg. Have a great night, everyone. We'll talk to you tomorrow night from Fairless.